Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Verbling. I am teacher Oakley. Hi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the class. Today I will be talking to you once again about the Toefl speaking test. Today we'll be looking at the scoring rubric, or how the scoring specific points that the Toefl scorers are going to look for when they score your speaking test. So by knowing what they're looking for and what they're looking at and the specific areas that they are concentrating on, this should help you get a better Toefl score. As well, we'll be covering some overall general speaking tips. Please, before you enter the class, download the documents that are below the description, on the class description, on the classes page. And we'll actually be discussing how to use these speaking tips and how to use scoring to your advantage. So anyone who is thinking about taking a Toefl test, please do join the class, because the more familiar you are with the scoring methods and with what actually they're looking for, the better off you're going to be when it comes time to actually take the tests. Okay, so Toefl scoring. Most people now do the Toefl Ibt, which is an online test. You take it. You sit at your computer and take the test. Hi. You take the test at a computer with your headset and microphone on, so your answers are recorded. You'll have some preparation time, and then designated speaking time for the test. So you have to adhere to time limits. Okay. All right. We got students entering the class now. Good, good, good. Come on in. All right. Yuki, are you really there? Yuki, is your microphone working? Okay. All right. Yuki, I look forward to talking to you if it's at all possible. Hello, Ahmed. How are you?
How are you, teacher?
Good. Nice to have you in class. Good to see you again. Hi. Hey, Andre.
Hello, teacher. How's it going?
Good. How are you today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Okay, glad to hear
a lot of English. A lot of studying English.
Okay. Good. All right. Thanks for coming. Glad you're here. Carolina. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Where are you from, Carolina?
I'm from Brazil, São Paulo.
São Paulo? Okay.
Yes.
Welcome to the class, Carolina. Nice to have you with us. Carolina, do you have any plans to take the Toefl test?
I'd like to do it because here in Brazil I'm an English teacher and I feel I'm not so comfortable to it. So I'd like to do, but I'm not feeling prepared.
Okay, well, you're starting to become prepared now. Welcome to the class.
I hope so.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, all right. Okay, well, hopefully I have some valuable information for you today. Hey, Alvi, how are you?
Hi, teacher. I'm very happy to be here in your class once again.
Well, happy to have you. So, what's going on with Venezuela? I hear there's some disruption.
Okay, I think this country is going mad. The situation here is not normal. Yeah, but this class helped me to take all the situation easy. Yeah.
Yeah. I have to be honest with you and the rest of the class. I'm a little bit not myself today. Many of you probably heard what happened in Boston earlier. Kind of freaks me out because I'm from New England. I'm originally from Vermont. I'm a big Boston Red Sox fan. And going to the Patriots Day game, when I lived in the United States, of course now I live in the Philippines, if I was in the United States, I probably would have gone to the game, and then after the game you walk down to the end of the marathon and check that out. Kind of freaks me out because I've been to this place where this happened at least 10 different times to watch the marathon, so kind of just blows my mind that this happened. Really freaks me out. It's such a happy day. Everyone's so cheerful, and a lot of people running the marathon do it for charity and worthy causes and to help sick people, starving people. It's such a day of giving, and it just absolutely kind of freaks me out. I'm a little shocked about the whole thing. It's twisted, man. Kind of freaks me out. Yeah. Anyway, so if I'm not myself today, I'm kind of have my mind in other places.
Teacher, sorry. Being peace, teacher.
Well, thanks a lot. I appreciate that, Carolina. Thanks. Okay, Nicholas, how are you doing?
Hi, teacher. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. And you?
Well, I've had better days.
yes.
But I'm okay.
Yes.
Just weirded out. I feel weird.
Take it easy.
All right. Nicholas, do you have plans to take the Toefl test?
I didn't know. I didn't know the TOEFL, but I want to give another exam that is called first certificate in English. It's from the Cambridge school, so
okay.
It's similar.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that. I might have to check. What is that called again?
First certificate in English.
Is it FCI?
FCI. Oh, okay.
Yes.
I've heard of it. I'm not familiar with it. Where are you from, Nicholas?
Argentina.
Argentina. Oh, yeah. Go. Actually, I have to say something about Argentina. Wow. I watched the Masters golf tournament yesterday, and Cabrera. Wow, that guy, what an extreme gentleman, I must say. I was extremely impressed with his attitude and his sportsmanship. I don't know, and Argentina is very impressive this year with the Pope and everything. Wow, what a great country. It's awesome.
Yes.
I just got to say that I am impressed. Okay, I was very impressed.
We get the Pope. We get the best player of football.
Right, Mesa. Right.
We have strange things.
Messi, yeah, he's awesome. Yeah, but Cabrera really his sportsmanship, giving the thumbs up to his, the guy that he was playing off against, final competitor. That was just very classy, very classy. I was impressed. Vinicius, is that correct? Vinicius. Yeah. Okay.
How are you?
I'm good. That's a cool name. Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
You're from Brazil as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very difficult to you pronounce this name. Where are you from, teacher?
Well, I'm originally from the States. Like I said, I'm from New England area, from Vermont. But right now I'm living in the Philippines. Vinicius, does your name have any meaning?
I think when I researched about this, my name that has a little bit about wine.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Vin, V-I-N is wine
Yeah. Wine.
in French.
Is
Yeah,
that
okay.
this, but is more common in Brazil. The name. This
Okay.
name.
And do you like wine?
Ah, yeah.
Okay.
This is really good. Beer also.
Okay. Super. All right. Do you have any plans to take the TOEFL test, or maybe IELTS, or
No, yes, I have plans, TOEFL or IELTS, but I think I need more training and
Okay.
improving more my English a little bit more.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, glad you could join us. Hopefully you'll learn something today.
Thank you.
Hi, Xingyu. How are you?
Hello, sir.
Hello. How are you today?
I'm fine. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, likewise. Nice to see you. Glad to have you aboard. Hi, Yi. Yi, you're here, but you say you're frozen? Well, thaw yourself out so I can talk to you.
Hello, sir. I
Hello.
have a question for you.
Yeah, okay.
Today, you should give me more chance to talk.
I should. Okay. All right, well, my focus today is to teach people about the TOEFL speaking scoring rubric, and also to give some general points. But I will try. I'll do my best. Yuki, can you speak? Is your microphone working?
Hello, can you hear me?
Wow. Yes, I can.
Wow, a long time no see.
No, well, I see you almost every day, many classes, but I never get to talk to you.
Yeah, I kept on trying to join your classes, but
I know that.
Maybe according to my bad internet connections, I couldn't join.
Yeah, I know, and I have to say that I admire your persistence.
So,
I admire your persistence. You try and try and try and try. You know, hats off. You know, very impressive. All right, good.
Can I join your class even if I don't have a plan to take?
Oh yeah, certainly.
TOEFL.
Actually, I'm thrilled to have you here in the class. I'm just so happy that you could actually make it in with, you know. Oh, absolutely. Joanna is asking how many students per class. Teacher and 9 students, Joanna. So we definitely have room for a couple more. Please do try to join us. Okay. We do have a couple more spots available if some of the viewers want to come on in. Make it 1. Abraham has joined us. Okay, I need to get started here. All right, the scoring rubric. Well, basically, there are 2 versions of the TOEFL test. I'm not that conversant with the one that goes in the hundreds. Actually, I'm more I'm conversant. I know the Ibt test, which is the one that's, I think they're phasing out the older version and they're going to the Ibt, which is computer-based. It's you use a computer, your voice is recorded, you take the whole test on a computer. In the Ibt test, your best overall score is 120, and the scoring is broken down into 30, 30, 30, 30, 30 points for listening, writing, reading, and speaking. 30 times 4 is 120. It was a perfect score. So for the speaking test, your best possible score is 30. Now, the speaking test consists of 6 questions. Each question you can get a score of 4, 3, 2, 1, or 0. The only way you can get a 0 is if you say absolutely nothing. If you talk nonsense, you can get a score of 1. Banana tree, music fan, upside down, walrus. That's a 1. Okay? Nonsense. As long as you're speaking English, anybody can get a 1. Now, that seems a little weird. All right, 6. If you do the math, 6 questions, best possible score is 4. Obviously, that only adds up to 24. But I just said the top score is 30. It's scaled. So they scale the 24, I don't know, with averages and fractions and kind of math skills that English speakers don't need for the TOEFL test. But anyway, it's scaled on a percentage basis. So, you know, you end up with a score, for example, out of 24, you get 18, figure 3/4, you know, then you're talking about 22 maybe overall. Something like that. Okay, so how does the scoring work? Hopefully, I hope you guys downloaded the documents. I'm looking at the TOEFL speaking scoring rubric. They break down the scoring into three sections, which are content, delivery, and language. Content is kind of your organization and how cohesive or connected your speech is. It also has to do with fluency. Is there a lot of repetition or pauses? So really it's fluency and cohesion. The second area is delivery, well, which actually delivery is more the fluency, content is more the cohesion, and does the answer match the question? I'm sorry, delivery is more about fluency, rhythm, intonation, and pronunciation. And then the final category is basically, they call it language. It's basically grammar and vocabulary, a combination of those things. Now, okay, your score can be 0 to 4. 0 is you don't say anything or you talk gibberish. 1 is just very choppy, fragmented, basic speech, and the sentence structure is completely off. In a 2, for example, basic ideas are given. There's some repetition. You may repeat points, and sometimes one sentence leading to another doesn't make sense. The speech could be understood, but sometimes it's unclear what the speaker is saying. There's choppiness, pronunciation problems, basic as far as vocabulary and grammar, simple sentences, and basic vocabulary. Very much concrete speech is 2. When you learn English, of course, all of us learn concrete speech. Pencil, cup. Okay, very, very simple words. Walk, run, but more abstract adjectives and using adverbs. You wouldn't see this at a level 2. Very basic, simple speech. No use of connectives. Simple subject, verb, object sentences. Level 3, basically you're answering the question, but you lack details. People, if you're taking, I don't care what test, FCI, IELTS, TOEFL, I don't care what English-speaking test it is, one of the keys is details, details, details. The more details you give, listing examples, the better off you're going to be. Basically, at a level 3, you're pretty good speaking. You're pretty fluid, but sometimes there's repetition or self-correction. Self-correction is when you back up. Self-correction is when you back up and start over, like that. Generally clear speech, maybe a couple pronunciation problems or wrong word stress, for example, on a few words, two, three, 4 words. Basically, at level 3, a listener could understand what you're saying, but they have to kind of think about it, and sometimes the sentence structure is off a little bit. A lot of these tests, the scores, what they're looking at is how much effort do they need to understand what you're saying. You know, at a very low level, they just, no matter how much effort, they can't understand. At level 2, they can basically understand what you're trying to say, but the listener has to fill in the gaps mentally to make it make sense. At level 3, maybe 1 or 2 sentences we don't even understand as a listener. Oh, I didn't catch that last half of the sentence. The tenses may be off. Maybe you're not using tense correctly at level 3. But, you know, if you're speaking to me, any of you guys are speaking to me, and you use wrong verb tense, I'm going to be able to understand you. But it's going to take me a little second. What's that? You walked over to the up on the store? Oh, okay, you walked over to the store. I have to think about it. All right? You're getting your idea out, and you continue to speak, and you fill up the time, but it's a little crooked. Level 4, of course, obviously you're speaking pretty clearly. For example, you make your point. For example, in question 1, you're going to be asked your preference. Maybe what kind of movie do you like? What is your, for example, let's try one. Andre, I know Andre can get a 4. Andre.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to use you as my guinea pig now. Andre, what is your favorite sport? Actually, okay, yeah, all right. What is your favorite sport or activity that you like to do in your free time?
Okay, normally I used to ride motorcycles, but since I get injured a few months ago, right now I'm practicing cycling, and this is a very good activity that makes you keep fit, and it helps you to relax, enjoy the environment, and share with friends.
Okay,
Share your time with friends.
that's pretty good. In question 1, for example, you have I didn't even give Andre preparation time, but you have a very short preparation time, and then you should speak for 45 seconds, which, Andre, I think that's just about where you were. Now, in scoring, speaking, as far as content, level 4, perfect score, you're going to answer the question. Did Andre answer the question? Yeah. You're going to include 2 or 3 points to support your idea, statement, or opinion. Did he? Yeah. He is cycling because he was injured, and it helps keep him fit, and it helps keep him relaxed. 3 points. Yay! Very good. Uses clear transition between ideas. His ideas flow from one to the other and is well organized. Yeah, it was very simple for me to follow his conversation. As far as content, 4. As far as delivery, speech is fluent, no hesitations or pauses, clear speech, stress, intonation, and rhythm we're all good. Yeah, I'd give it a 4. Even if you have small pronunciation problems. Wait,
Okay.
well, no, I'm just calling it the way I see it. I'm not trying to be nice, actually. I'm trying to be unbiased. Even which you don't, but for you guys, I know a lot of you, when you take an English speaking test, you're concerned about your accent or pronunciation problems. You should not be. Pronunciation problems, actually, TOEFL, TOEIC, IELTS, all of these tests, it's looked at like this. If you have an accent, does it affect understanding? Can I understand you? If your accent is so strong I cannot understand the words you're saying, then it's a problem. If you have a slight accent and it does not affect comprehension, the listener comprehension, then it is not a problem. And as far as TOEFL, actually IELTS is the same. You can actually have small problem or problems with pronunciation, and you can still get a 4. For example, if you have one problem repeated, all right, maybe R and L, or maybe a TH, or maybe pronouncing V's, victory, you pronounce like a W, whatever. You have one pronunciation problem which continues. You don't get scored on that pronunciation problem every time you make it. Yeah, you will lose points, but it's still possible to get a 4. So you guys who are worried about your accent, don't worry about it so much. Try to work on, just concentrate on any problems you know you have with pronunciation, such as TH or a vowel sound, whatever it is. As far as language, grammar, and vocabulary, okay, at level 4 you're able to use natural phrasing, collocations, keep fit. Okay, for example, Andre said use the words together, keep fit. All right, at level 3 or below, speakers tend to think word, but really English doesn't work like that. English is a language of phrases and common phrases that go together. This is where you're going to get a level 4, is if you're able to speak in phrases, expressions, collocations, even idioms if you have them. However, I will stress, if you are not absolutely 100% sure of the idiom, do not use it. Okay? And basically, also the speaking sounds completely natural, not forced, not uptight like the person's freaking out and they're gonna have a heart attack. You're not gonna get a 4 if you sound like that. So actually any of these tests, IELTS, TOEFL, whatever.
Don't be nervous.
Thank you. You're right. Don't be nervous. Do whatever you got to do. I don't care. Drink a beer before you take the test. Have a glass of wine, Vincenzo. I don't care what you have to do, but relax. Very simple point. Relax. Use detail when you speak. And, you know, those 2 basic points will raise you a level. I guarantee it.
You should make the listener as a student.
I should
you
what?
Speak loudly. You make the listener as a student. You speak freely.
Okay. I speak plenty? Yeah, I do. Because this is a series, Zinio, and yesterday I introduced. Today I'm speaking about the scoring. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm just going to ask questions and students are going to answer. Okay? So, yeah.
It's your turn. It's your turn.
Yeah, exactly. All right, but we are going to practice some things. Okay, some basic points, all right? 1. Basic point number 1 that you need to do. In any of these tests or speaking English, or actually anytime. You have to learn how to brainstorm. A big problem is students lack ideas. They have to be able to speak creatively and quickly. One big hint for you guys, when you're speaking in a test or at a job interview or anything, it is easier for you, and it sounds better, if you think about your own experience and you talk about that. Use your own examples. Now, it doesn't have to be something you actually lived through. It can be something you saw on TV or an article you read on the internet, something you watched on the news last night or 2 weeks ago. It doesn't matter. Start thinking about something that you can relate to on a personal level. If you're trying to think in very general terms, it's very difficult. It's difficult for me. It's very difficult to speak very generally. Many times test takers make that mistake. They think they have to give a broad answer, broad general answer. No, you don't, and no, you shouldn't. English speaking uses a lot of examples. When we explain things, we use details, examples, we use analogies. It's like this. Oh, a heart is like a pump. This is like when I was a child and I used to get afraid at night before I went to bed. Talk about your own experience. And by all means, you do have some preparation time in TOEFL. So use that preparation time. You should be thinking, you don't have much, so you don't have a lot of time. You can actually make notes, okay? So use that time to make notes, maybe keywords. Do you guys know what free association is? No?
Free association, no.
Okay, well, free association brainstorming. Well, let's try it. I'm going to say a word, and then I'm going to go around the room, and very quickly, the next person says a word related to my word, and then the next student says a word related to his word, and then around and around. Okay? So, Vinicius. Hi. Your word is wine.
Wine.
Yeah.
Beer.
Beer. Zinio, beer. Zinio.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
I'm
We're doing free association. Say one word that you think of very quickly when I say beer.
Beer.
Okay.
I like beer. I often drink beer.
Okay. Yuki, beer.
Red horse.
Red horse. Andre. Red horse.
Okay. Stable.
Stable. Carolina. Stable.
Table. Room.
Room. Elvie, room.
Table.
Table. Abraham, table.
Chair.
Chair. Nicholas, chair.
Computer.
Desk. That's my word. Desk. Vinicius, desk.
Eraser. Eraser.
Eraser. Zinyu, eraser.
Pencil.
Pencil. Okay. Good. Yuki, pencil.
Note.
Note. Andre, note.
Post-it.
Post-it?
Post-it.
Post-it. Okay, got it. Post-it. Carolina, post-it.
Message.
Message. LV, message.
Messenger.
Messenger. Abraham, messenger.
Voicemail.
What? Groceries?
Voicemail. Voicemail.
Sorry, one more time?
Voicemail. Voicemail.
Voicemail. Oh, okay. Got it. Voicemail. Nicholas.
Voicemail.
Yeah.
Conversation.
Conversation. Okay. Talk. All right.
Talk.
Now.
Tell.
Very. Okay. Wait. Stop. I can't stop. Okay. Now look. When you brainstorm, all right, we came up with some, some good words that were related and some words that were just nonsense. When you brainstorm for taking a test for writing or for speaking, you're doing it very quickly. You might not necessarily use everything that you think of. In fact, you probably won't use everything you think of, maybe half. Just think as fast as you can anything related. It helps when you brainstorm to think about, to think linearly or in a line. So if I'm talking about, okay, if I talk about big fire at the hotel, what do you think of? Vinicius?
Firefighters.
Firefighters. Zinyu. Big fire at the hotel. First word you think of.
Some people will die.
Okay. So, all right. Okay. Phrases are okay. In brainstorming, we use phrases. We can think of phrases. That's all right. As I said, we speak in phrases. So you not only are thinking of words, think of phrases like Andre did. Keep fit. You can make notes, write down the whole one phrase. That's okay, actually. That's a good point. Yuki, big fire at the hotel.
Call emergency. Calling emergency.
Calling emergency.
Calling emergency.
Okay, calling emergency. Andre.
Calling emergency.
Got it. Andre, big fire at the hotel.
Call the police.
Call the police. LV. Big fire at the hotel.
People crying.
People crying. Okay. Abraham, big fire at the hotel.
Calling for a rescue team.
Okay. Many people are calling the emergency services. Nicholas, big fire at the hotel.
Bomb.
Bomb? Oh, okay.
No, burn.
What? Burn.
Burn. Yes.
Burn. Yeah. Burn. Okay. All right. Now, obviously, you can think of a situation. You can think of many things. Zinyu, I'm getting a lot of echo. Okay. Would you mind muting your microphone when you're not talking? Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. You know what helps sometimes is to think of process. Big fire at the hotel. Call 911. Fire trucks. Emergency personnel. Police roping off the area. Smoke. Ladders. Rescue. Ambulance. Mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Okay, I'm thinking linearly. I'm thinking how things progress through time. First, you call 911, then the fire trucks come, the police come, they rope off the area, then they help the injured. If you can think that way, it helps your thought process to think in a line, because you've got to start speaking very soon. It really helps. It gives you somewhere to start. I mean, a lot of times that's what's hard to think of. Where the hell do I start speaking? Where do I start from? So if you can think of a place to start, that's really going to help you. Okay, so brainstorm well. All right. Point number 2. Yes, indeed. Folks, it's okay to lie. If you're in a speaking test, IELTS, TOEFL, whatever, and you're not really familiar with the topic, then lie. It's okay. Nobody's going to check on your information. Nobody's running a background check, okay? You know, if you have a question, who's the favorite member of your family? Elvie, who is your most favorite member of your family?
Okay, I think the most favorite one is my grandma, because she is always really funny. She is always kidding, and that makes me feel so good.
Okay, all right. I think Elvie's lying. His grandmother's a mean old witch. I'm kidding, Elvie.
She died a long time ago.
She died a long time ago. There you go. Okay. You know what? That's okay. All right. Maybe you're an orphan, you know, and you were left in a garbage can as a child. It's sad, but you know, you can lie. It's okay. It doesn't matter. No one's going to be checking. Now I say you can lie, but really, I've also said use examples from your own experience. So obviously that's hard to do if you're lying about your dead grandmother, okay? So try, if you do, you only lie as a last resort. It's okay. It's much better than saying nothing, all right? But try to be honest, because then you have more information right up there in your brain. Again, I already mentioned this one. Keep your notes short. Here's another point. All right. Keep your introduction brief. Focus is on details. Details, details, details. For the next week, you'll hear me say this 750 times. That's because it's essential. Your topic sentence should be one sentence. All right, like 10 seconds of your speaking time. You should introduce your idea. A favorite member of my family is my grandmother. Okay, done. All right, don't ramble on for 20 seconds about it, and then get to your supporting reasons, the reasons or examples that you have to say why, because we're always trying to support our idea or opinion, which is our next point. Quite obviously, as I'd mentioned it before, give 2 or 3 examples of support, at least 2 or 3. Yeah, well, 2 or 3 is good. You don't really have time for more. Okay, as a good point that I have here, it's better to have 2 developed points, really developed, meaning a reason, an example, an idea with another idea with an example. That's better than 3 just vague points, quickly listed. You're not just listing reasons. You need to develop the idea. You need to give more information. So you don't really have time to make 6 points. You don't. But really, ideally, you're going to give a reason and an example. You know, pollution is a big problem in the Philippines. For example, when I'm walking down the street and I see somebody finish drinking a juice box, they just throw it on the ground. Nobody ever thinks about it. Nobody ever even notices. Okay, that's a developed point. If I say pollution is a problem in the Philippines, there's garbage everywhere. That's really general. Okay, that's not specific details. That's an undeveloped point. Okay, so again, that goes back to using your personal experience to talk about things. If you use your personal experience, you're just naturally going to give specific information. Okay, a point that I have not brought up as yet, which is important. transitions. Okay, these are called many things. Transition words, signal phrases, discourse markers. You may have heard these things called by many names, but basically they're words we use to stay organized when we speak or when we write. For example, if I'm introducing an idea, I might say, in my opinion, or I strongly believe. What else could I say? Abraham, if I want to introduce an idea, what are some ways I can do that?
First of all, if you want, you can say, in my opinion, this is the first choice. Or if you want, you can say, in point of my view, something like that.
Okay, in my point of view. Or actually, we normally say, from my point of view.
Yeah, from my point of view.
From my point of view. And you know, Abraham, without even thinking, you said, first of all,
yeah.
which is in fact a signal phrase to show that you're going to make your first point.
Yeah.
You didn't even think about it, but you actually used one to introduce your idea of introducing a statement. That was great. Very good. Nicholas, can you think of any others when you're introducing an idea or introducing your opinion? Sorry.
You could say, I think that.
Certainly. I think that. Fine. Okay. Vinicius, can you think of any others?
Yes, I guess about this. I guess something is wrong or is...
Okay, you can use I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. If you're okay. If your feelings are very strong, I very strongly feel. It is my strong belief. I believe. All right.
I believe.
If you're not, if your conviction is not that strong, if you're not sure, then you say I guess or I suppose.
I suppose.
Or you can use a modal. It could be that. It might be. And often when we're answering a question that might be a future question, when we're just guessing about information in the future, we would often use the I guess, I suppose it might be that in the future, or it could happen that, all right, you would more use similar ones to what Vinicius is saying. Okay, how about if we're making points? Well, Abraham already said, first of all, Zinga, what are some other ways we could introduce reasons or supporting points? Do you know what I mean?
I agree with you. I agree that.
Okay.
I support you.
All right. All right. What are other ways that we... For example...
answer the teacher's question. I don't know why you are laughing.
Well, because we have some confusion. I'm trying to think of, with you, ways that we introduce new points or reasons. Like, first of all, the easiest ones are using ordinal numbers. First of all, secondly, third, when we introduce a new idea. What's another way we could introduce a new idea, Xingyu? Can you think of one?
I don't know. The question is very difficult. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. It's okay. It's okay. Yuki, can you think of any other ways to introduce ideas?
Same here, but I try to explain. As far as I'm concerned.
Okay, as far as I'm concerned, that would be probably introducing an opinion. But after we give our topic sentence, our beginning statement sentence, then we have to explain why. So we might use words like first of all, secondly, wait, Alejandro. Hey, when did you get here? Alejandro?
Hi, teacher. Hi.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you come in. Hi. So what are phrases or words that we can use to introduce reasons or new talking points?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Okay, maybe you just got here. You weren't following. Andre, can you think of any others?
Maybe in one hand, on the other hand.
Okay.
Although, or
okay.
you know.
Okay.
Maybe unless, I don't know.
No, that's good. Also, just simply and or also as well. Okay, as well. Here's another point. Also, I might add blah blah blah. First of all, second, third. As Andre said, if we're introducing two different points, which you will have to do, by the way, in TOEFL speaking. Question 2, you're going to have to talk about pros and cons or advantages and disadvantages. So you're going to have to use some kind of phrase like, on one hand, blah, 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 blah. On the other hand, blah, blah, blah.
What about with, if you ask me?
Oh, okay. That's another way to introduce an opinion. Well, if you ask me, I would have to say, if you ask me, I think, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's an excellent, that's a good one. So, it's obvious that you really should be learning some of these phrases by heart. You should absolutely know more than one, because you don't want to use the same one with every question. That's bad. It shows a lack of vocabulary. Abraham?
If you want, you can also say at the beginning, right?
One more time?
Yeah, I said you can also say at the beginning. At the beginning, and you try now
at the beginning.
Yeah,
at the beginning?
Yeah, at the beginning, you try to give your reason.
Sure. If it occurs, for example, that you're telling a story that is time related, then you're going to need to use time related signal phrases. In the beginning or at the beginning, this happened, after that, and then finally. Okay, and that may happen. In fact, if it's possible, during the either IELTS or TOEFL speaking test to tell a story, by all means. If you're going to tell a story to illustrate a point, go right ahead. If it's going to help you to explain your reason or point, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
but
sure.
In IELTS, you don't have a time constraint, so you can tell a story to your heart's content. Be aware in TOEFL that you do have a timer. So you can't tell your life story. In the beginning, I was born with 3 heads, and the doctors surgically removed my other 2 heads and left me with this pointy thing you see here. Okay, you don't have time for that.
Teacher, teacher.
Yes, Elvi.
Teacher, I think there is a very common expression or a very common way to introduce a new ideas. For example, we normally say in Spanish something like that. And I think it's worth to remember, or it's worth to say or to express. That's very common in Spanish.
Okay.
Is it possible in English?
To use what again?
Yeah, it's worth to remember, or it's worth to say or to express.
What are you using, Elvi? I'm not catching it.
Yeah, that is a very common way to introduce new ideas, okay, in our conversation in Spanish. I think
what is?
Yeah, it's worth to say, or it's worth to remember, or to express.
It's
worth.
What?
Can you say it?
Yeah,
in
maybe
Spanish?
WORTH.
Oh,
Something
worth.
like that. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Worth. Stick out your tongue. Worth.
Okay.
Tongue on the bottom teeth. Worth. Okay. All right. Yes, that is definitely a signal phrase, a discourse marker, but it's only used in specific ways in English. Unless you're a very expert level English speaker, I would not use it because it can, in the wrong situations, it sounds terrible.
Okay.
It's not really general. Like, in my opinion, it's pretty easy to know where that fits. Or on one hand, on the other. Andre actually has a good one. Although this may seem good, a disadvantage might be when we're introducing an opposite point. We use although. That's a good one. Thanks, Andre. It's worth mentioning. We often say, okay, we actually use this in English when we're adding an extra point that maybe is slightly off topic or slightly not completely with the flow of the conversation. We use that phrase. It's worth mentioning. But you don't have time to go off on any sidebar information, really, especially in the Toefl test. So, maybe, maybe not. Okay, Kamal, Andre has another one. However, when we're introducing another point, so on one hand, on the other hand, however, although this may be true, the opposite is also true. A couple other ones are nevertheless, moreover. Now, the point is you should have, you should have, sorry?
In addition.
In addition, yeah, thank you, another good one. In addition, the point, my main point here is you should have several of these memorized, okay, so that you can use different ones as you continue speaking. I actually, God, I used to have a student, God bless her, she was a wonderful girl, but she only had one discourse marker, she only had one signal phrase. Every time she added a point, any point, in every discussion she said moreover. I'd ask a very simple question. What are you going to do this weekend? Oh, I think I'll be going to the mall. Moreover, I will shop for shoes. Moreover, I'd like to buy some red shoes. Moreover, I'd like to buy a purse to go with my shoes. Moreover, I'll probably watch a movie. Moreover, I think I'll have lunch. Moreover, I'm going to kill you. Okay. All right. So,
repeat and repeat. Oh, I like this.
Yeah, okay. Well, she's a very nice girl, but I wanted to strangle her like every single class I had with this girl. Okay, so develop many of these discourse markers and signal words. They will help you not only in your TOEFL or IELTS test. They will help you in a job interview or a normal conversation or traveling. You know, and they're going to help you all throughout your English speaking life. All right, so you know, do that. Do that. That's your homework. Okay. All right, and relax, relax. Last point. I'll just say it again. Relax, relax, relax. You want to sound natural and smooth. You don't want to sound like it's forced. And my last point, because I only have 1 minute, if the TOEFL test is timed, if you get cut off before you can give a conclusion, you can still get a 4 score. All right? It's not absolutely necessary. If it's completely obvious where you're going, then you don't have to worry. It's great if you get your timing down through practice, and by all means, practice, practice, practice. If your timing is good enough so that you can give a conclusion sentence in which you restate your beginning sentence, your opening introductory sentence, then great. Then you pretty much sealed the deal. You're gonna get a 4 as long as you do everything else. Okay, tomorrow, hopefully see you guys again. I got to go. Tomorrow we'll be doing some the next 3 days actually, serious practice. Tomorrow, questions 1 and 2. Thursday, 3 and 4. Friday, 5 and 6. So put on your thinking caps, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Over and out. See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Oakley.
Bye bye.
All right. Take care.